washed. Ice Spice
Hold on. Drake is not washed, first of all. What happened to trap music? 678-999-8212. Kendrick saved hip hop this year.
Thing that's gonna put the power back in the artist's hands anytime soon. What's gonna be hip hop saving Rec?
That Yeet album was ass. So boom, Big Rowdy HKJ3. We about to look into why hip hop is finally waking up, man. Make sure y'all subscribe and leave a thumbs up, man. They both free. Let's get it.
Hip-hop waking up. These past couple years, the mainstream has been filled with nothing but copycats and shameless cash grabs. But it seems like we're finally turning a corner now. Drake is washed. Ice Spice
Hold on. Drake is not washed, first of all. I think washed is the wrong word, my boy. I think he's just taking a little break. I don't think he washed. He may have lost the battle, but he not washed. Come on now, that's nah.
Falling off. Ian is white. It's over. Will hip hop revive itself, or will it end up underground and culturally irrelevant like rock music? Well, you know they say things go in cycles, and the fact
that is crazy. Rock music is not as popular as it used to be, or trap music. What happened to trap music? I remember everybody used to just pull up to a house party or somewhere underground where nobody knew about. Everybody just had their shirt off going crazy, sweating in a mosh pit. You don't really see that. I mean, except for big concerts like Travis Scott or Playboy, but you don't really see that today.
The matter is, we've been here before.
Yeah, Playboy, I mean,
hip-hop is dead.
but not like trap, not like Waka trap.
What role
Like,
did you play in it?
The corporate side of the business, they killed it, you know what I'm saying? There's also, we got too much hustle in it.
Nas was completely right. He had watched hip-hop grow out of the concrete in the 80s, skyrocket into the mainstream in the 90s, dominate the charts in the early 2000s, only to be completely oversaturated just a couple of years later. Label executives holding all the power meant artists had less creative control over their output. Industry plans and one-hit wonders were everywhere.
I mean, in the late 2000s, you literally had artists that were making songs that exclusively served as cool ringtones. And
facts, Soulja Boy.
a whole subgenre.
Yeah, okay there. Yeah, Kiss Me Through the Phone. Soulja Boy had that shit booming. Who didn't call that number? 678-999-8212. Huh? Who didn't call that number? Come on, bro. Soulja Boy had that shit rocking back then. Come on, bro.
That for quality?
Come on, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, the labels pretty much figured out the formula. It took them a while, but they did. And then they milked it until there was nothing left but Black Eyed Peas and B.O.B. I bet all of this sounds
B.O.B. was fire.
familiar to you. That's pretty much the same state of oversaturation hip-hop has been at these past couple years.
Yeah, B.O.B. was fire.
The question is, will hip-hop be able to pull itself up by its bootstraps like it did before? Well, in short, no. I mean, unfortunately, Soulja Boy can't save hip-hop twice. And I'm actually being like semi-serious here, hear me out. Despite how shitty his music was, at the time of his arrival, Soulja Boy was a sign.
Kendrick saved hip-hop this year. Kendrick Lamar saved hip-hop this year.
Sign of hope for hip-hop. A symbol for young
Anyone round two.
artists all around.
Just do your research if you don't know. Do your research.
Independently cultivate an audience and pop off through the internet.
The agency that came with
But Kendrick is a
like
top
Rap
rapper
Big,
right
like
now.
SoundCloud, like YouTube, helped propel
Drake is my
many
favorite rapper,
artists,
but Kendrick
many
is on
obscure
top right now.
artists into superstardom and built rap into eventually the most popular genre in the world. For a little while there, the internet took the labels out of the equation and put the power back in the artists' hands to create freely and grow organically.
But again, unfortunately, after a while, labels figured out the formula, and then they milked it until there was nothing left but Lil Mabu and... Okay, that's just bad enough on its own.
Who actually
and now we're at the
listens to
point
him,
where
though?
labels are
Like,
in
who actually
complete
listens to him?
control of the radio, of every streaming service, every curated playlist, every algorithm. So if there's nothing that's gonna put the power back in the artist's hands anytime hip-hop's saving grace. Okay, so here's the
Okay.
thing. I kind of lied. It wasn't just Soulja Boy that kept hip-hop.
Ain't gonna lie, Ice Spice missing a little
It
spice
was
today.
one more thing. In reality,
Losing all that
back
weight.
then, the main source of innovation
Losing
in
all that
artistry
weight.
came from rappers putting other rappers on. You know, from the people that wish to see hip-hop thrive as a art form and not just as a market. They laid the musical foundations and eventually empowered the artists that will go on to conquer hip-hop in the 2010s. Whether we're talking about Jay-Z with J. Cole, Top Dog,
Shit
and
getting
Dr.
shaky for
Dre with
Jay-Z.
Kendrick. Who else? Lil Wayne with Nicki and Drake. Kanye with what's his name? Travis Scott, Kid Cudi,
Yay.
Big Sean, Chief
Ye
Keef,
still one of the greatest.
Damn.
Definitely a
Pusha T,
legend.
damn. Kanye did a lot, huh? The point I want to make
Facts.
is that the responsibility should be on the
Facts.
big artists.
And Kanye, I mean, everybody calling Kanye crazy, but he really did a lot, and he been telling the truth, but in his weird ways. He been telling the truth, but it just came out wrong on his end, bro. He been telling us the truth.
I mean, it shouldn't be on the big artists, but it is on the big artists to establish a foundation for the real talent to flourish. Because the A&Rs and label executives are not going to do it themselves, okay? I think that's pretty evident at this point. The people who are personally invested in hip-hop are going to have to carry its legacy. That's the reality of the situation.
Which brings
Facts.
us back to today, where one artist has taken it upon himself
Kendrick.
to single-handedly push this rejuvenation into full force. Can you guess who it is? I mean, it's post-May 2024, and it's a YouTube video about rap music. Yeah, I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar, and also Drake, because why not? Bro, this whole like rap beef is such a cash cow. Do you know how many
Facts.
bands were made off this beef? I was like chilling, but other people were making bank off this beef. That's crazy. I was actually about
definitely
to waste this whole part of the
making
vid
bank off
talking
this.
about what's the dirt, but I actually thought about it, and yeah, let me not do that. Instead, I want to talk about that Watch the Party Die single Kendrick dropped on his IG, because everyone seemed to kind of brush over it. Bro, why did
Let's see what he
nobody
talking
catch
about.
that he was talking about Diddy in that song? I think it's pretty obvious, like even by the refrain, watch the party die. Like, that's a very interesting choice of words. Who's the one celebrity you know to be synonymous with parties? He's the party guy. Also, how about the fact that the song came
Let the Party Die was basically about the industry and how everybody outside of the hip-hop industry believes hip-hop is just like a little party. It's just like a showroom party. It's nothing big. That's what it's really about.
out literally just a couple days before Diddy got arrested. Listen, if this was done by anybody but Kendrick, I could see all of this being a coincidence, but bro, Kendrick doesn't do coincidences. The timing, the choice of words, the
Facts, the
content
boy's smart.
matters,
He too
all
smart.
very planned out and deliberate. And if
He
he
probably
dropped
like the
on
last
9/11,
hip-hop
does that
artist-
mean
and
he's
Tyler, the Creator.
insinuating that Diddy
Tyler, the
and
Creator,
Drake are
fought
the
too.
Twin Towers, and now they're both knocked down? Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave the egregious reaching to
What beat that
what's
is
the
playing in the
dirt.
back? Oh.
He is the best after all. I think people often
he
get
turned it
bogged
off.
down with the personal disses between Kendrick and Drake, but I still don't think this beef was really personal at all. At the end of the day,
What video
it was
is
about
that when you're running
Kendrick
like that?
proving a point and Drake defending himself. Why do you think he
What
said the
video is that, bro? Why you running like that?
don't think this beef is really personal at all. At the end of the day, it was about Kendrick proving a point and Drake defending himself. Why do you think he set the beef up by saying money, power, respect, the last one is better? Say it's a lot of goofies with a check. What Kendrick set out to prove, at least going off this verse,
One of the
is
best
that
albums
respect
ever
and
right there.
Substance beat numbers every single time.
And because that's like the objective truth, the man succeeded with flying colors. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that message resonated with the audience, and a huge one at that. I mean, everyone was watching this.
I like this
go
beat
down.
he
We've
got
already
going on in
seen
the
it have its
background.
effect, not only on Drake's career, which has been nosediving ever since The Heart Part 6, but also other artists' careers, which are cut from a similar, uninspired,
think he been- see.
opportunistic
I don't think he been nosediving since The Heart Part 6. Actually, I take that back.
cloth.
Like, for example, Ice Spice, whose album just flopped. diabolically, might I add. And I see people wondering, like, why this is. Is it because she lost the weight and her ass is just not as fat anymore? Is it because people think she's mean?
You talking about some her ass just not as fat as anymore? Whoa, okay.
Yeah, people liked Ice Spice because of her personality.
Yeah.
That's why she was famous. So you want to know why Ice Spice is falling off?
We loved her personality.
Okay.
She brings nothing to the table.
She's always just been here to ball out.
She got some little
and
catchy
have a
lyrics,
good
but
time. Which I think fine like a year ago, but with the aftermath of this beef, I think things are kind of different now. Kendrick has already exposed this money-hungry, clout-chasing persona / product to the masses, and I don't know. Shit like this may just not be that cool anymore. What the fuck is a Jaddy anyway? I mean, just listen to Ice Spice talk about her music.
But like, I'm just going with it. Like, those are 6 songs that I already made, so we pushing that right now. You know, fans gonna eat that up.
Does that sound like somebody who cares about their fucking art, who's passionate about the product they're making?
Gonna eat that up.
That's someone who knows they're putting out garbage. They know what they're doing is trendy, and you give people like this a platform? Bro, this shit sucks. I don't give a fuck if you were getting lit post-pandemic 2022, 2021 era and everything was a fucking party. I don't give a shit. This is objectively ass.
Facts. The longevity of that is terrible.
It's a soulless.
The longevity of Ice Spice's music is terrible. I think the young people didn't know that, but people who actually like music understand that. Her music is just like it's like a little era. It's a little era.
This product, whatever, bro, whatever. The fans are gonna eat it up, you know? Jesus Christ. The fact of the matter is, we're pretty much treading on new ground here. Like, we've never seen a catalyst this strong hip hop or any music genre for that matter. The effect this beef could have on culture is unprecedented. I mean, this may just be the beginning. See, because Kendrick's argument is not only a musical one, but also a cultural one.
He believes that through his music, he can not only change the state of rap, but the state of the world as a whole. Change the idea of who the youth should be looking up to and what they should strive for.
Going crazy with that beat,
Because look at Drake. The man has all the money in the world, all the numbers, and he's still fundamentally insecure. He's still unhappy with no real friends around.
Come with the game,
He
though.
still can't help himself from
something wrong with it, though.
incessantly
There's something
lying
wrong with the
and being
game.
an irresponsible
People
adult
ain't telling
at
us there's something
37
wrong
years
with the
old.
industry.
Just look at all the people defending Drake. They're all mirror
boy,
images of him. Like, bro, you go on Twitter and you see these guys trying to defend Drake by making these comparisons. Like,
Kendrick did this 14 years ago, but when Drake does it,
and they're just bad comparisons, and they never make any sense.
They are bad
but they
comparisons,
just keep
but it's
coming
straight,
back
though.
with
It's
this
straight.
Stupidest shit.
We still love Drake.
It's so annoying. And all of us
Sit.
fans coping and think to ourselves, wow, they really can't see reason here. But really, I think it's much deeper than that. They feel attacked because Kendrick coming at Drake indirectly means Kendrick is coming at them. Since most of them share the same worldview as Drake and yearn for that same lifestyle. So they can't be critical in any way of Aubrey because that would require them looking inward and being critical of themselves. And they're just not gonna do that. After all, it's much easier to believe a lie than to...
Hold on, he on Drake fans crazy right now. Damn. You must got beef with Drake fans or something. Why he clowning Drake fans right now?
Face the truth. So what should our expectations be for the future? The kind of renaissance I actually could see happening
Yes, Tyler,
is not anything
yes.
drastic. I mean, don't expect a return to like
Put
90s
Tyler up there
levels of
now.
lyricism or
He's on the way.
Ghostface Killer to start charting again. The sound of
mean, he's
hip-hop
already at the
will
top,
still
but, like,
evolve as it's
that
evolved
recognition
up until
style.
this point. We just may see an increasing demand and appreciation for artists who actually care about their craft, who are passionate about making hip hop music, regardless of how substantive or lyrical it is. The two examples I would like to use for this are Travis Scott's Utopia and Yeat's 2093. Especially Yeat's album because it fell completely on deaf ears. I mean, when his fans were like shitting on him for that.
I ain't like this album. That Yeat album was ass.
I was heartbroken.
Because it sounds like this nigga Yeat done made a 22-song album and half of them bitches were throwaways. And before y'all guys get in my comments talking about how I'm a TikTok fan and a TikTok listener, guess what, buddy? You can keep that shit because I am.
You seriously just said you wanted TikTok music? That's a problem. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Because you can really hear it in this album. Like, he put everything into this. He had fun making
that
this
album
project.
was
He did it
cluttered.
because he thought it was dope.
Just a cluster.
He didn't calculate it on a whiteboard, okay?
How do we maximize
Sound like a bunch
market
of,
exposure?
I don't know.
How do we maximize
Just a
revenue?
lot. It just sound like
Utilize
too much
social
at
media
once.
trends to maximize exposure.
Less people being strategic with their output and more people being intuitive and passionate about their output. That's what I want to see more of. We've seen hip hop become unrecognizable. Now it's time for those who care to take it back.